Good afternoon, traders. It's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets with the weekly review of AUD, pound yen and euro dollar. So last week we were expecting more of a bearish tone with the US dollar. We haven't actually got that. We had a bullish tone towards the end of the week. And as you can see here, we just moved back up now to the 95.5 level. It's ignored this daily 50 MA now a couple of times. Now, obviously, if we get a retest of the upward sloping trend line plus the 95.5 level, it would look nice and bearish to head back down towards our target zone we've had our eyes on for the last, a couple of months now or so. So this is what I'm expecting to happen. A few tests here, then break back down again. That's what I'm hoping for. And now let's have a look to see what happens on the lower time frame. So again, we were expecting a pullback to this 94.6 area where the 4-hour 50 was. As you can see, we formed some bullish structure here, a little mini triangle you could say there as such. Just to highlight what I'm looking for there, you could say, let's have a look like this, like that, like that, like that, something like that, a little triangle, breakout massively there. So I'll definitely be looking for sell signals at 95.5. This upward sloping trend has just been extended from what we had on it before, so we're in this region here now, so it does look ideal. Every time it breaks up, normally it breaks, if it tests the 95 level, it may reject it, but once it breaks into this little zone here, between 95 and 95.5, we've always reached 95.5 we have, so I really do expect us to actually touch 95.5 and then have a sell-off. So obviously, when we look at other pairs now, like Aussie dollar, for example, we do actually look at, we can see that the move would then move a little bit lower down to say 72 area. It would do. Last week we did say we didn't want to buy this pair because of the way the candles were decelerating with volume. We said it would most likely move down. We are looking for a test of the head and shoulder, the inverse head and shoulder pattern, which now looks like it could be happening. You could the little mini inverse head and shoulder pattern here. So the fact we tested 72 quite nice in the 4-hour chart does look like it's going to head back up higher. It looks like if the Aussie will get some strength or the dollar will get some weakness. At the moment, though, I said last week this here as well, this break and retest the 1-hour 50. I didn't take it short. I did say to you I didn't really like it that much. But now we're just at the bottom here now at the moment. Hopefully we'll form some bullish structure. 72 is there. So 72 is there, sorry guys. So yeah, I'm just looking for some bullish structure now just to see what happens. Do I then take it long? Well, to be quite honest, unfortunately, I don't like the daily 50 EMA. I'm really be concerned trading into it. There may be some scalping opportunities later on during the week to go up to the daily 50, but I wouldn't want to trade through it at all, especially with its strong resistance to actually pushing price back down again. So on the euro dollar, we were looking for a smaller pullback than what's happened. And obviously, as you can see, we've moved back down back to the 1.157. I am still long this pair, so I'm happy just to keep my position open. Now, my stop, to be quite honest, is sitting below these lows here. Because it just makes sense. So 1.151. I'm just now looking to see if I can add into the position, because it does look like it would respect this level. However, if we don't get no bullish confirmation on the lower time frame, I won't be looking to add into it. We can definitely see here now I can just move this along like that same box we had before, the box of interest there. And clearly there we are, we're just looking to see what happens now before we go for the next leg up higher. However, understand that for this to break down much more, this daily chart looks a bit messy. When you come down to the weekly chart as well, I know with respect to the 50 EMA and a weekly perspective, but at the same time, if you look back, it's not really been, except for here, not really being too respectful. Just kind of chops in and out of it. So let's just see really what happens there. I'm just sitting on my hands for this week to see really what happens. Pound yen, again, I was concerned, didn't particularly like it much. The weekly looks like it could be a sell there. It looks like it wants to go back down a little bit. The daily chart, just flick onto here for you guys. It's just in a holding range at the moment. It's at a key area. It's just holding itself up. When we come down to the 4-hour chart of pound yen, this is where the key analysis comes into. I did draw this line in, but it hasn't really been properly respected or anything, so I'm not really too happy with that trend line. But I am happy with the fact the 4-hour 50 has been really well respected here. So if you was to take a trade off of here, the fact you have, there's your downward sloping trend line. You can definitely say you got this kind of upward sloping trend line, a triangle forming there. The 4-hour 50 giving you support. I've got to have a break and retest of this pattern before I do anything further with this pair. Hopefully it's a break and retest to the downside, and then we can take a small sell that way. However, if it does move up to the higher, I'd only do a 1-to-1 short-term trading distance, purely because of the risks involved when you look at the way this has moved up. So I'm just on my hands again and wait for the confirmation on all 3 pairs. Okay guys, thank you very much, take care.